You know, as we get older, we develop a fondness for the classics. And one of the classics is, I'm too old. Classic excuse. Hear it all the time. And, yeah, get over it. You know I say that with love. And so you can, going through this video, you might substitute other words for old. I'm too young, I'm too short, too tall, whatever it is. So, taking full responsibility for your own well-being. Even though I'm too old, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I'm too old, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I'm too old to do something that I want to do, to make certain changes in my life, to have the life that I want. Even though I'm too darn old, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And anyone else who has convinced me that I'm too old. I'm too old. I am too old. And saying it with the old voice, I'm too old. I'm too old. All this belief that I'm too old. All this belief that I'm too decrepit to make any changes in my life. I'm too darn old. I'm set in my ways. And you can't make me change. And how's that working for me? I am not too old. And there's plenty of evidence out there. There are so many stories out there of people who have achieved great things later in life. People who had their first great success later in life. Maybe even when they were older than I am. Colonel Sanders got started at 69. Grandma Moses was in her 70s. Winston Churchill was in his 60s when he became Prime Minister. Lots of people have achieved great success. Even when they are older than I am. Look at Betty White's comeback. I am not too old. I'm clearing this idea that I'm too old. Clearing it at a cellular level. Clearing it all the way back through my past. All the way back through my super long past. All these ideas I have about age. All this fear of ageism. Which I'm apparently guilty of myself. I'm going to clear ageism out of the world. by clearing it out of my energy system. I choose to feel young. I choose to be young. At least in my state of mind. Clearing this idea that I'm too old. That idea is so last year. Or so last century. Clearing the fear that I'm too old. And while I'm at it, clearing the fear that I'm too anything. I'm even clearing the idea that I'm too sexy. I am just right. And I'm getting better all the time. And I choose to really love that about myself. Loving myself just as I am. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. And stop being a crotchety old person saying, "Get off the lawn! What are you looking at?" Find that kid inside who can achieve anything, who's excited about life. If you're tapping along with this video, you are not too old to have a fantastic life. So go for it. And thank you for doing so, because it'll do a lot of good for the rest of us.